Hey, GutFoxx here. Today we have an interview with TheCrayonsMelt. We talk about its origin story for the first little bit, then deep dive into Mutt news and talk of the day. There should be timestamps in the description for our discussion in case you want to skip to a part that particularly interests you. If there aren't timestamps, yell at me in the comments. Alright, sorry for rambling. Let's get this party started. Wait! The sponsor today is Crayola, my main source of nutrition alongside paint chips in first grade. Alright, here we go. Let's get right into the first question, Crayons. What is your favorite crayon color?
I'm going to have to go with a lime green.
Interesting, lime green. I heard green is actually a color that geniuses prefer. So don't take that to your head, but that's just something I read the headline too.
I will agree with that 100%. That's all I'm saying.
Nice. So yeah, we'll start the interview here off with something, with little softball questions. Kind of get warmed up before we get to the hard hitters. And all right, what's your favorite crayon to melt?
See, I'm a guy who likes to mix a bunch of different ones in there.
Oh,
so
wow.
you got to have a little bit of each color, and you got to go with Crayola. You can't get the off-brand crap. You got to have the real stuff, the real deal, and then you got to do the color of the rainbow.
I like that. Now, are you one of those people that also mixes his sodas at those fountains?
Yes, yeah.
So mixing goes in. Oh, go on.
The best combination. A little bit of Sprite, a little bit of lemonade.
Sprite and lemonade.
That's it.
I've never had that.
It's awesome.
Is there a name for that? Like an Arnold Palmer is lemonade and how am I like and iced tea?
Yeah, it's a half and half.
Yeah.
I would say I got to think of a good name for this. I don't know. There is no name. It's just maybe we'll name it after me. It'll be the Crayons drink.
I like that. I like that a lot. All right. So how did you get your name, CrayonsMelt?
All right. So this is one of the most asked questions ever on my channel.
We might as well get it out of the way right here.
Right. Perfect. So
you'll never be asked about it again. I promise.
No, I will all the time. But so growing up, one of my favorite bands, their name was Relient K, and they had a song, "The Crayons Can Melt for All I Care." And now I'm warn everybody before you look it up. It is the best song ever. It's not a very long song, but it's the best song ever.
So is this something you play in any of your intros or outros or videos, or are you worried about copyright claims?
Yeah, I would, but the whole copyright issue. But maybe we'll add a link so everybody can go in the description and click it and watch it.
That's what I'll do. That's what we'll do.
Yeah, that'll be perfect.
Yeah. So all right, let's get into a little bit more into your personal history, less on the name. How long have you been playing Madden for?
All right, so my first Madden was Madden 05. I think Ray Lewis was on the cover.
Yep.
I think that was the year they introduced the hit stick.
It was the defensive year. I remember 05 clearly. It was my favorite Madden.
Yeah, I think I came in at the right moment. And then I think 06, like I had 05, and I played that until about 09 came out with my old PS2.
Yeah.
So back in the PS2 days. And so I actually got up to season 2020 in Madden 05 when I did my, career mode.
Yeah. Did you play every single game?
No. Okay. No, because my family was always broke. So the reason why I didn't upgrade from Madden 05 was because I didn't have the money to buy any new Maddens. So I played that until about, I think it was 09. Or it was Madden 10 just came out, so I went and bought Madden 09 because I don't think online was big back then. Maybe it was just starting to get bigger, so that's what I played.
So 09. So what would you say is your favorite Madden so far? Because so how many total have you owned? You've 05, 09.
So after 09, I've bought every single one since then. So it was 05, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 25, 15, 16. Oh, I can count. I'm pretty good at counting.
Madden 25 almost screwed you up there, but you handled
Yeah,
it like a champ.
it's because I think other than Madden 05, that's my favorite Madden was Madden 25.
Really? 25. Why would you say that?
See, that's when there was good competition on like Mutt, but people weren't that good yet. And so I could go on and destroy people. Like I would win every season, undefeated every season.
Wow. So you did you open as many packs in 25 as you started opening in 15?
I probably, yeah, probably. No, I might have opened more.
Because yeah, we were gonna get into this a little later. Maybe we could get into it now. Let's get into the pack opening a little bit later, and
Okay.
let's move on. Let's just get in. How'd you get into YouTube? I saw you started in 15. You started a little bit with COD, Minecraft, then moved to Madden. Why is that?
Yeah. Okay. So a bunch of my buddies and I were like, okay, we're gonna start this gaming channel, and we'll each, have a day or two, and we'll upload a video. And so I was like, all right, I'm on this. Like, this is what I think it'd be really fun to do. So I went out and bought my game capture card, and I sat around and waited, and no one else bought anything. And I go, okay, I guess I'm doing this on my own. So I made my own channel. I was like, you know what? When they're ready to do it, I'll be ready. But so I was like, I'll start uploading some Call of Duty and some Minecraft and all this stuff. And then I did an NFL jersey giveaway, and I got a ton of views. I got like 100 views, and I was so pumped. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna play Madden. And so I played one game of Madden, and it got a couple views. And then I was like, I don't play Call of Duty anymore. I don't play Minecraft anymore. I'm just gonna upload Madden. And so I waited. I did a couple videos in Madden 25. Because I actually pulled 5 golden tickets. So I did like compared 2 of the
Wow.
golden tickets, Michael Vick and Cam Newton. I compared those and did a video on that. And I did a couple other random videos in Madden 25, but I was like, I'm going to wait until Madden 15 before I really start to get into Madden YouTubing. So a little brief history lesson on the Crayons channel.
I like that. Like that's crazy. Were golden tickets? I didn't play Mutton 25. Were golden tickets that just freely available, or did you just get hyper lucky?
I little bit of both, maybe. I
Okay.
think I think there was a large amount that were in the game. Like this year, there were some that, or last year it was like 1 out of 50,
Yeah.
and I think it was like 1 out of 150 for every single one of them, or something ridiculous like this. So there was a lot more of them, and I pulled a lot of packs too. So
So what? Let's get back to those buddies. What do they say to you now that you've got a pretty successful channel? Are they clamoring to get into it now with you?
um, I think a little bit because they realize that they're broke and they want the YouTube money, but the glamorous YouTube money that everybody
Yep.
thinks is that, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
So yeah, so I think they would, but a lot of them just are too lazy.
Oh well, that's that then. I mean,
Yeah,
so how? If you don't mind me asking, how old you are?
I'm 23.
You're 23, and you how long have you been with your wife?
We got married. We It was like a year. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna be in trouble. It was like a year and 7 months ago. It was May in 2014 that we got married. We met back in 2010. So
Okay.
we've known each other for a while.
Is that since high school?
She was in high school,
Okay.
and I had just graduated. We went on a mission trip with the church, and so long distance relationship. We had always lived in different states. So I live in Maryland. She lived down in Virginia.
Wow.
So it was only like an hour drive. So it really wasn't
Oh, too
super
bad.
long distance, but it was like we had no friends in common. It was completely like a new kind of thing to both of us because neither of us had been in like a long distance relationship like that before. So
So is it kind of like a Grease, like a summer loving type of deal?
that's what it. Yeah, it was kind of like that, where like summer camp boyfriend girlfriend type of thing at first,
I like
and then
that.
it was like, oh shoot, like we're only an hour from each other. We can both drive. Like there's nothing stopping us but ourselves. So let's go ahead and date. So, we started dating, and it was a little weird at first, just because, you know, we had to introduce each other to all of our friends. There was no like, oh yeah, my buddy, Joe. No, I don't know your buddy Joe. So it was interesting. A very interesting story.
Yeah, so she was in high school at the time, but she could drive, so she was at least 16. I was gonna make a joke about 14-year-olds, but I think your driving thing kind of threw that one out
No,
the window.
I'm only a year older than her,
I
so
gotcha.
yeah, so it's all good.
I don't have to call any
No,
cops.
no,
Okay.
you don't, and you don't have to call up Keemstar either. No, no drama alert here.
We'll get into some more YouTube drama in a little bit.
All
There's been
right.
a little bit around the Twitter sphere today
Yes,
that
it's been crazy.
I want to talk to you about. But let's stay on your initial subscriber and your you started opening packs. I look back on your history on your YouTube channel. You kind of got when you started opening packs originally when you got into Madden, you started to get a lot more views. I saw.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like I want to say it was almost a trend-setting thing, because since that time, the pack opening market's kind of been saturated. Every YouTuber now puts out packs every time new good packs come out, and they do pack pulls. And then you moved kind of this year into themed drafts, and they've just exploded your channel once again from its initial push with the packs. But now I see a lot of other YouTubers kind of getting into that too with the theme drafts, like Siri drafted my team, the wife drafted my team, so on and so forth. So what is next on the list for you? What other trends are you going to set? Anything you want to hype or anything? Or if you want to keep it close to the chest, that way you can get out before everybody else steals it, that's fine.
Well, I think I've been doing a new series with SilentGaming called Mutt Roulette. I don't know if you've watched it yet, but it's a very interesting, spin on the wheel of packs. And so it's a it's a keep, quick sell, and give away. So we random, or like before he opens up one of the wheel of packs, I say, this is going to be your giveaway pack, and everything in the pack you have to give away, or everything you have to quick sell or keep or whatever. So I think other game types have done it, like FIFA and 2K and all that, but I don't know if the name is similar or different or whatever. But I don't think any Mutt channel has done it before. So I think that's the new trend that we're trying to jump on early. So hopefully it picks up. It's kind of fun.
Yeah, I have actually watched the video with you and SilentGaming on that one. I don't know. He seems too nice for me. I don't know if he's
it's because he's younger.
Oh, okay. He hasn't
younger.
yet gotten jaded to the world.
Yes, not yet.
Yeah, he seems way too polite. But anyway, I'm just kidding there. But yeah, no, that was a pretty good series. I like that. You do some flashback openings. I see you do quite a bit with SilentGaming.
Yeah, he's cool.
Is he one of your buddies that wanted to get into the original, or how do you know him? Just through YouTube?
Yeah, just through YouTube. He came to me. It was months ago. He said, "Hey, I have this really cool idea," and it would be like, I draft your team, you draft mine, and we play. And so I never replied to him. And I don't know why. I just read it and I was like, oh, that's a cool idea. And didn't send him anything back.
Yeah.
And then when I started doing the draft champion stuff, he messaged me and was like, hey, I don't know if you remember me, but I had this really cool idea. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. And so I was like, well, I don't really want to do that right now. I got a lot of other draft champion stuff going on. Let's do a different type of video. So we did that. And I think we also did a pack opening wager, with the hot sauce and stuff like that. So
yeah, cool. Yeah,
it also helps that he has the same time schedule as I do, so it's a lot easier to make videos with him because we're both on at the same time, that sort of thing.
Are you guys early risers, early to bed type people? Or
well, I work full time, and so I get off at 2:30. And so, I think he gets out of school at 2 o'clock, so we're both on around 3 o'clock. So it just
works.
It just works out. So
that's cool. Yeah, because 2:30 is kind of early to get off in the work day. What time do you get in? Pretty early, huh?
6 o'clock start time,
Oh, geez.
which really means I get there at like 6:05 every day, and then 2:30 is when I leave. So
Is it an office job?
yes, it is.
Can I guess?
You can try.
Okay. I'm guessing that you are something with numbers, like an accountant.
No, I'm not.
Damn it.
It does have to do with numbers a little bit.
It does have to do with numbers a little bit, though.
A little bit. Not that much.
Is your business like a middleman type business?
No.
Damn it.
Well, here's a little hint. I work for the Department of Defense, so
geez. All right.
It's a little out there.
Yeah, that's so big. I mean, that could really be anything. They have all type. Are you in experimental projects? Can we not talk about it?
They experiment on me sometimes, but not no.
Are you getting regular doses of LSD? Are we gonna get some sort of freaky video coming out here?
Occasionally.
Nice.
Whenever you see me do like a non-pro pack opening, that's usually the day they gave me the LSD because I'm just loopy and I think I'm going to get something really nice. So
you have to be on something to expect a pack opening there. Yeah,
exactly.
That's great. I like that. Yeah, they just pump it in through the air vent sometimes.
Yep.
That's great. All right, so back to a little bit about your YouTube channel. What do you think is your best video that didn't get enough attention? And then whatever you say, I'll link in the description for anybody that wants to see it.
This one's tough because recently my channel has been doing very well, and so like a lot of my videos have been doing well. For me, it's always been gameplay. Everyone always asks, "Hey, I want to see more gameplay. Show me gameplay." But then nobody freaking watches my gameplay. Unless if it's like 99-yard touchdown or best wide receiver in Madden. Like they just don't get views.
Because the headlines are half the battle.
Yeah, definitely. The titles and the thumbnail, you have to get something really good. So I'll pick out a good gameplay or a decent one. I don't really have that many good gameplays, but I'll pick out a gameplay for you. And we can put that in there.
That sounds great. Yeah. So it'll be in the description for anybody who wants to watch his amazing gameplay. So yeah, let's move on to your feelings, Mutt news of the day. What are your feelings on traits in Mutt? So go on.
I was a little hurt because I got home I was home at 3 o'clock, and I'm getting ready to make my video about traits. And I go to my sub box, and you already freaking made a video about traits. And I go, I don't want to say exactly what he just said, but that's all I'm going to make the video about. So I was like, you know what? I'll just like his video. I'll like GutFoxx's video.
Crayons,
and then I'll just move on.
Your videos are better than mine anyways, so I say just do it, and you probably do it much better than I would, or I did.
See, but I'd forget something. And then I'd have to go back and watch your video to see what I forgot, and it would just be a mess.
You could just go to I have my script on GutFoxx.com. If you want, you could just go and copy and paste that if you want.
All right, I'm gonna do that, and I'm actually going to just I'm gonna download your whole video, and I'm gonna do a voice changer and just straight up upload it.
I like that. I think it'll work. See, I think you got the better delivery here on the content. So it just must be my voice or something. I think you can really do it better. Yeah, I think you can really do it better. But so anyways, off of the whole, because I've definitely copied your videos in the past, not straight downloaded them, but like lineup updates. I've definitely got that idea from you, stolen directly. I know Sly told you before he put out his what was the video he told you? Oh, his draft.
His midget draft.
Yeah, his midget draft. He said, "Hey, Crayons, I'm copying you today," and then posted a midget draft. It was funny.
It was great.
Yeah, Sly's great. But no, but yeah, so do you think traits actually matter in Mutt? It's been a little bit of a discussion. Do you think they carry over from the base game into Mutt gameplay?
See, it's been confirmed that they do, right?
Yeah. Okay. But the thing is, you see a lot of I think the Mutt team maybe because you see a lot of legends have some pretty bad traits because they aren't carried over from the base gameplay. Like the only wide receivers and running backs that are kind of high, over like 92 or something, that have what is that? Protect the ball never is Walter Payton, Curtis Martin, and then a couple legend wide receivers, which just made no sense at all. So it's kind of like, what's going on there?
Yeah, and I will say, I've had Walter Payton for a long time. He fumbles.
Yeah.
I think he's a fumbler. Like, I don't know. You always look at their carrying and you're like, okay, they have decent carrying. But then now with this whole trait thing, I'm like, okay, that's why he fumbles, is because he doesn't, cover up the ball for any hits. And then Brandon Marshall, he's got the drop open passes. That makes sense. Like, when I play with him, all of a sudden he just drops a wide open pass. And I'm like, he shouldn't be doing, like, he's at like 97 catching or something crazy. He should not be dropping wide open catches. He'll catch everything in traffic, but if he's wide open, sometimes he just doesn't hang on to it.
I've definitely seen that. Like, he's made the craziest aggressive catches for me. And,
right.
I love his run blocking, but
yeah.
I have seen that, and I guess at the time, like, I wonder how much of it is I like that you're collaborating or corroborating my experience with it, but I wonder if how much of it is my just going back and assigning his drops to that trait versus how much my other wide receivers have actually dropped the ball too, and I'm not so sure because I haven't like analytically looked at it.
Yeah, it's kind of similar to the yellow car phenomenon. Have you ever heard of that?
Is that like when somebody tells you about something, you see it all over the place?
Exactly. And so that's what it is. We're saying, oh, he's supposed to fumble. Walter Payton's supposed to, not cover up when he gets hit hard. Okay, so all these fumbles, that makes sense. So I don't know. We'll never know if it's how much of effect it really has. But that clutch rating just makes me want to go out and buy Larry Fitzgerald and all these crazy expensive players that have a little clutch rating.
Boss Megatron.
Yeah, Megatron. I really just want to, go into the file and see how much an effect it does have on the players.
Yeah, that'd be really cool if EA, like, because EA, wants to get into competitive gaming here, and if they want it to be that way, they need to tell us everything that goes into the game. Like, can you imagine other competitive games, like say Hearthstone? If there was some, okay, maybe Hearthstone's a really bad example because they do actually have some ambiguous text on the card, or if a card acted differently one way or the other if you play it, or
right.
Any other, like, if I'm trying to think of a better example, maybe League of Legends, if there were some buffs or something that didn't actually get added to the card, like, or if they didn't tell them about it. I don't know if I'm making sense here.
I totally
the developer
understand.
Didn't tell the player base about it, there would be like riots, basically.
Right.
So to be a competitive game, people need to know what goes into the game to, basically maximize their chances, to minimize the randomness.
Definitely. Yeah. And that's like how people always say they want to know what the pack odds are.
Yeah.
Like, so they, because in real Topps cards, when you open up a pack, they tell you what your chances are of getting a rare card. So people want to see the background information. So
yeah, like, so is that a law? Like, they have to do it? Because what's the advantage for Topps doing that? Because the lottery has it.
Topps has to, because it's an actual physical thing. Madden will never have to because it's a virtual coin, or it's not something you can hold in your hand. So even if you tried to sue them, the judge is going to sit there and laugh at you because you spend hundreds of dollars playing and buying real or buying fake make-believe stuff.
Yeah, and EA has it in the terms of service that it is their property, that you're just borrowing their intellectual property or whatever. And
I never knew that.
There's no real value to the cards because you can't convert it for cash, whereas like Topps you can. I guess that makes sense. I did a video earlier this year, and I know they changed the pack odds through the year because this time of year I'm getting a lot more elites than it was. I did a pack odds video in September, and as you expected, it was terrible in September, the chances of getting it. I could go back and look at that.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll link that one in the description too. This description is getting pretty long.
Yeah. It's the world's longest description.
I like it. Let's set a record. So let's talk. So you did mention that you liked 25 the best. Now, is that MUT or the gameplay, or what is it about 25 that you like the best?
Um,
Pack odds?
I liked pack odds were a lot better in 25. Gameplay, I feel like it was much better in 25 because there weren't nano blitzes and everybody didn't know about corner routes yet, and the Mike Scrape 3 and the all the cheesy plays that when you play a game of Madden online, you see the same 3 plays the whole game. It wasn't like that in Madden 25. People would ask Madden and choose a random play, or they'd know certain plays and that sort of thing. But I know I was a lot better in Madden 25. Read option actually worked. Read option was excellent in Madden 25 because the D line wouldn't bite on the quarterback every single time. It was still the same. I liked calling corner strike with the C routes on the outside. That was great against man coverage. And then the 4 verts play, or the verticals play, was great. So it was just like the same plays that you see now online were still back in Madden 25, and you could still do them exactly the same, but not everybody knew about them yet.
So you think the information of like YouTube and the amount of people doing YouTube now kind of hurt the game because there's so much information out there, like shaping the, as they call, the meta, and everybody kind of runs the most effective plays.
Definitely. Yeah, for sure.
So, it makes sense to me. But do you what about the promotions? Christmas, Thanksgiving, what year was the best for like MUT outside of the gameplay, like kind of the game around the game, would you say?
It's going to be a combination for me. I liked last year's promos a little bit better than Madden 25 and 15 were fairly similar in the promos, except for the elite badges, and the collectibles were a little bit more in 15. And this year it's all collectibles, which I don't like. I'm not a big fan of the collectibles in the promos.
Yeah.
But I like a lot of people don't like this, but I like the lower overall cards. I like that we're not bombarded with 99 overall players already, like it's been in years past.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. I like the fact that there's variation in the cards.
Right, and it's smart from a business point of view for EA as well, because usually February, the end of February, people are not playing anymore because they already have 99 overall players and they don't need to play anymore because they have the best team. Well, now, they're only like a 94 or 95 overall, which is some of the higher teams. I think the highest I've seen is like a 96 or 97 overall.
Yeah, the WAP, who's infamous for how much money and bundles he buys, he's got a 98.
98 overall.
And that's with every single top, boss, whatever, possible. 98.
Wow.
And that's what, a 25 million coin team? 30 million?
Wow. That's insane. But so now guys who, have the best team in 3 months, they're not going to have any of the same players on their team.
No.
Because there's going to be so many upgrades, but they're just going to be barely upgrades, which is kind of cool, I think.
Yeah, I mean, well, okay, who's your guess for Ultimate Legends this weekend?
They seem to have been doing, I think there's been one actual legend. They've all been current players. And so I'm thinking we're going to see another legend, maybe an offensive legend this time. So maybe Shannon Sharp. He would be a good one.
Sorry, for some reason, for a second there, I was like, Shannon Sharp, is he in the game? Yeah, he's got a 92, doesn't he? Yeah. Sterling Sharp is
92. Yeah, they're both in the game, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
So
it was kind of crazy. Did you ever see Shannon Sharp's Hall of Fame introduction?
No, I haven't.
He was talking about how he was the second best player in the family or something like that. It was kind of emotional because Sterling Sharp got injured pretty early in his career.
Right. Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'll have to go check that out.
Yeah, definitely. But sorry, I cut you off.
But so I think we're gonna get a current player on defense. We got that little, Darrell Revis thing today. Maybe they're hinting.
Oh, I like that.
I don't know.
Could be.
It was the Madden season player.
I think a lot of people refer to it as the welfare player, right?
The welfare player. That's it.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll get a Darrell Revis. I don't think we haven't had any cornerbacks yet for Ultimate Legend. I don't think.
Nope. Just Jason Taylor, Mike Vick, Kelvin Johnson, and who's the other one I'm zoning out on? Who's the other defensive player?
Terrell Suggs.
Suggs. That's it.
Yeah. So we're due for a corner or a safety.
Yeah. Or a halfback. Or both.
That would be nice. Oh.
Cornerback and halfback would be an amazing weekend.
All right.
Like if we get Ultimate Legend Barry Sanders.
That would be nice. I don't think I've ever actually played with a Barry Sanders card because they usually are a lot more expensive.
Yeah. Maybe we'll get Danian Tomlinson this weekend, Barry Sanders, because was it Madden 25 had an insane Ultimate Legend Barry Sanders came out near the end of the year?
Yes. I think he had 105 speed plus 5 for your whole team.
God.
It was something ridiculous like that.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I can't wait for that this year. Although we got one. Yeah, it wasn't amazing last year, the Barry Sanders in 15.
No.
What do you think of this year's legends versus, like, say, last year's? Is it weird that they take out so many legends from year to year? Are players' rights that expensive that they take them out every year?
I think EA's just being a little cheap. I think they obviously gross enough where they could go get more legend players. But honestly, who quits the game because there's not enough legends?
Yeah.
So I feel like they think it's just a smaller detail. Like, people are still going to buy their games and buy packs and do all that. Would let more legends, get them more money from packs? Maybe. But I don't know. I like having change a little bit and having some new guys introduced. I think this year's been like crazy, like night and day difference of the legends. Guys like McNabb and what's another really good one?
One I can't.
LT.
What's that?
LT.
Yeah, they brought back
Tomlinson. And,
they brought back Sean Taylor.
Yeah, and Dawkins.
Yep, Dawkins. Yeah, no, but I mean, like, so yeah, it's great adding new ones, but do you think I might be, talking out of my ass like I normally am, but why take out old ones? Like, did they just lose the rights from year to year, like it's Netflix or something? Or, I mean, why can't, when you negotiate a contract for, say, paying somebody $20,000 to use their rights for here until, like, 10 years, why can't you put them in every year? I mean, do they think they buy it year to year?
That's a good question. I'm not sure. I think with some people, they probably do buy them year to year.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I miss Jack Ham. Jack Ham was a beast.
Oh, my God. That Ultimate Legend card last year, it was from when he released till the end of the season, I had him on my team.
Yeah, and he costed me $250K to do. So,
yeah,
like, it was awesome. But even, like, the regular base Jack Ham card was amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember my review last year on Jack Ham, actually watching the game tape on him, literally didn't get blocked. Guards would engage with him, and he just shed them. Like,
block shed all day.
It was crazy. Yeah. I have not a single player on my defense has played like that, where they just didn't get blocked since Jack Ham. But anyways, all right, we'll move on to a little bit other, topic of the day. Have you ever done wager matches?
I have done a couple, but I'm not big on playing other people and losing my coin because I'm not going to win the game. Like, I just play for fun on Twitch and get destroyed sometimes. So
I think that's a whole other thing itself, playing on Twitch. I think I play a lot worse when I'm live streaming. Yes.
I think when you're live playing the game, it makes it a lot more entertaining. But there is a new level of challenge because now you have to talk and try to entertain people while you are playing the game. So it does take a little bit of your attention away. So you miss some open receivers and stuff like that. But
you kind of go back to what you knew. So you become more predictable, I think, in your play calling.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, which is easy to pick up if you're an opponent of them. But yeah, what do you think of this whole situation involving Cullenberger and the 10 million coin wager to Jo, and that Cullenberger hasn't fully played off yet.
See, okay. No matter how you say it, Cullenberger took his coins, basically. He owed, was it 10 million coins off of one game? Who wagers 10 million coins on one game against somebody who you've lost to a lot before? From what I understand, JO's played him multiple times and beats him every single time.
I did not know that.
And from what I've seen, I'm not a big into Cullenberger because he's one of those guys who runs the same play every single time. It's halfback wheel out of the Patriots playbook, I think, or it's the Panthers, one of the two. So he's very predictable, and that's why Jo scored 21 points and Cullenberger had 0, and the game was over, 10 million coin wager. But so apparently there was some payment plan that Cullenberger was supposed to follow, and he's not. He hasn't paid up in 2 weeks or something. So I think it's a little ridiculous, but Jo really shouldn't have wagered somebody 10 million coins when the opponent didn't have the coins.
Yeah, but if they've wagered in the past and Cullenberger's played, like, didn't Cullenberger lose 1 million coins to that dude Sly and pay up? Like, is there? I don't know. Like, he's paid his wages in the past. I mean, if he's paid his wages in the past, you might as well keep wagering them, right?
Yeah, I guess that's true. I don't know. If I'm gonna buy a bike from somebody, I'm gonna make sure that they have the full bike, not just the tire. You know, like, oh yeah, I'll give you the tire today and the back tire tomorrow, and then the handlebars the next day. I don't know.
Do you think it just wasn't smart for Jo to take the bet?
Maybe they should have just reduced it, made it something more reasonable, like 5 million coins or 1 million coins or whatever the amount is. I think that's what I would have done at least.
Yeah, I mean, I think I think the conversion rate from Mutt coins, it's like $90 right now to 1 million coins. So that's like a $900 wager on a game, which is pretty crazy. But Cullenberger, that's like one video for him is $900 maybe.
Yeah.
So he could have. He's easily got the cash. I just think he needs to. I don't know if he buys coins or not. I'm sure some do. I don't know if he does, but it's not out of reach 10 million coins for someone like Cullenberger.
Right. And worst case, say, hey, I can't get you the coins. Here's some money. Here's the equivalent.
Yeah.
And see if that's what we'll take.
I know Jo can't be caught gambling with money, or because he's on that EA Game Changer thing.
That's true.
But they can gamble over coins. So, well, it is what it is. It's too bad it's kind of taken away Twitter and a lot of drama there.
Oh yeah.
Names. But so let's talk about the patch here that came out a couple days ago. What are your thoughts on it? You seen any new nanos?
I have stayed away from Madden gameplay wise for about a week.
Why is that?
Because it got ridiculous with all the nano stuff.
Yeah.
And I got Rocket League, so I've been playing the crap out of that. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to stay away from it for a little bit, except for Draft Champions. I played a lot of Draft Champions. And so the new patch came out. I was excited, and then I read it, and I go, oh, this is going to be exploited in minutes. Like, it basically, for what they did to patch the nano, is they fixed the one blitz. Like, they made it so the right guard looks inside to outside for the blockers. Okay, so now just send heat on the outside, and it's on Twitter. I've already seen so many different blitzes and different things. On Muthead, people were posting about some cover 2 play that, instant heat, and I'm like, oh, great. It's not getting better,
Yeah.
So I don't know if maybe it's something I don't understand, but it doesn't seem like it would be that hard to fix offensive line in the way they block.
Yeah, it's definitely something, and this is kind of what my next question was going to be. What would you improve in Madden if you could? And I'll go first on this. It's the offensive line, defensive line interactions. I mean, in the run game, it seems like the guys stick to each other. Pass rushing in general, I think the pass rushers don't get enough heat like they do in the NFL. Like the pocket doesn't form like the NFL. It seems too clean in Madden. Like one guy on
Yeah.
one guy, like there isn't like a huge collision of bodies like the NFL and like guys tripping over each other. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it the best without like showing one versus the other, and obviously the nano issue. And I've talked a lot about this on like improvements and what I want. Like maybe if you could hot route offensive linemen to block different defensive linemen, or it could show a matchup kind of like wide receiver defensive backs have those little white lines to each other.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. There's a few things you could do. Just redo the engine a little. And that's what I want to improve Madden next year is kind of like, wide receiver defensive backs this year is to do offensive line, defensive line next year. How about yourself?
I definitely agree. I think just the offensive line and the way they handle pressure, or the way that they pick up block, I don't even know how to say it, but just if there's somebody in front of them, they should be blocking that guy. It shouldn't be, okay, let me go over here because that's where I'm programmed to go. Like, I don't know. I think it's too easily exploitable. And so then you don't have to have a good defensive line because offensive line doesn't matter. And so I've like stopped investing coins into my offense and defensive line because it just doesn't matter. If somebody is going to send a certain play, they're going to get through no matter if I have the 99 overall legend there,
Yeah.
So I think that needs to be fixed up a little bit. And then I also think zones could use a little bit of work. I think they're not as bad as people think they are. I think play call has a lot to do with, the zone plays. I'm a big cover 4 guy. And so cover 4 does a decent job at covering the outsides very well. Can get beat like deep in the middle if you know where to throw the ball. But I think zones could be fixable. Like cover 3 instantly gets beat with the verticals play and stuff like that. So
yeah. Well, I mean, cover 4 gets beat by that PA draw shot too, and some people
yep.
think about it even with over the top coverage and whatnot. But like I think another issue maybe is some plays like that PA draw shot or PA end around last year. Some plays are just overpowered some years, and some plays are underpowered. Like this year, obviously the toss is overpowered, and
Yeah.
you have to know it's coming out of what formations you're going to get tossed out of. And then, like last year was underpowered because the guys didn't go out there. And this year, draws again are terrible from the halfback.
Yeah.
Like it seems like Madden needs to work on balancing the power of its plays to make a more diverse like play call set. Like if everything had the potential of generally getting the same amount of yards per play call, I think we'd have a much more diverse game.
Definitely. And I think it should be something that is not just changed when a new game comes out. I think it would be a lot of work, but they need to hire some guys who once a month, they go in there and they nerf some plays. I don't know how they would, maybe it's the offensive line blocks a little bit better, or they don't block as well, or, certain routes perform better. I don't know. I don't know how it would look, but similar to like Call of Duty, if one gun is super overpowered, they nerf it and they buff up some other guns and make them a little bit better. So that way you don't see the same gun every single game.
Yeah. Yeah, and like COD, I mean, I heard they have weekly patches now, and on that, like, so they're obviously spending a lot of money patching the game, putting resources into it. But the thing with COD is they have multiple developers working on it. Madden's got one team working on it every single year.
Yeah.
Do you think EA should switch to having like Call of Duty have 3 different development studios go every third year, so that way we can get a better product overall?
I think it could. I would be worried that the games would play too differently.
Is that a problem?
No, not necessarily. It would be a problem to people who are very system and they want everything to feel the same. But like going from 15 to this year's 16 game was completely different. Like you had to, go into practice mode and practice throwing the ball with the quarterback, because you couldn't just lob it and throw it wherever you wanted to on the run and all that. You had to I have to actually plant my feet. Like, what is this? You're changing everything on me. So I think it's good to have some change, but I also think we just need a new football competitor. We need a a 2K football, or we need a stupid Joe Montana football. I think we just need something else. I'd be fine with NFL Street. That was the stuff back in the day.
Yeah, but the problem is that NFL part. That's just not
Yeah.
realistic. We can hope for it, but in the realm of realistic possibilities right now, EA's the team, and all we're gonna get is new EA games. So,
Right.
like, all we can really hope for all we can really hope for is we get the multiple developers like COD.
Yeah.
But so that's I don't know.
That probably is the best option.
Yeah, let's move on past that depressing topic of losing 2K football. So let's talk about your offense and defense. Do you like to run the ball or pass the ball more?
Ever since last year, I had Bo Jackson last year. I went out and spent, it was like 1.2 million for him. And he fumbled 3 times in 4 carries in a game. And it pissed me off so much that I quit the game and I went out and just sold Bo Jackson. And from that point on, I said, I'm not running the ball anymore. And so I've built a very pass-heavy offense, and I have gotten back to the run a little bit just because the inside zone and the toss plays are so overpowered this year. And I think running is very improved this year. Like overall, running plays do a lot better this year than they did last year. But I still like Walter Payton fumbles. He doesn't fumble that much, but like the player traits, that whole thing. But so I feel like he does fumble more than he should. So I feel like if I throw an interception, it's my fault. But if my player fumbles the ball, that's not my fault. So I want to take accountability for what I do. So I throw the ball a lot more.
So would you say you're like 70-30 pass to run? Or more?
Yeah, probably. If I start to pull ahead and get a lead, I'll run the ball a little bit more just to get the game going a little bit quicker. But I definitely don't want to get too predictable.
I gotcha. So what playbooks do you use?
So I use the Panthers on offense. I used them a lot last year, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to move to something else and tried out the Browns, tried out the Titans and the Eagles. And I just went back to the Panthers just because it's got some great formations, both in the single back and in the shotgun.
Yeah. Did you say you tried those formations this year?
Yeah. So basically, my offense that I run this year is the exact same as it was last year. The only difference is I don't have 99 Michael Vick that can run around and throw super easily.
You will soon enough.
But it's still, the mechanics are so different with mobile quarterbacks this year. It's still very nice, but it's just not the same. So, but I've been doing a lot more labbing, as they say, and so like it's a lot easier to find plays that, for some reason this guy gets wide open. My spacing, makes this guy not covered at all. So I've been trying to do that a lot more. And I do have a couple plays where I know if I call it and if I'm able to throw the ball, I'm going to get a touchdown.
Interesting. So what can you give us that money play?
I actually don't know the name of it. It's the one you'll be back in the shotgun. You'll usually have one halfback on the left side. There's a wide receiver on all the way to the left. He's going to run up and kind of like an in. And then on the left, all the way to the left, there's that really weird, like it cuts in, then goes up, and then it cuts back in, and it goes really deep. Then the slot receiver will go on a wheel, and then your tight end goes on a drag, and it's a play action. I don't know what it's called.
PA shot draw?
That might be it.
PA draw shot?
I don't even have any idea what the name of it is. I just know.
Streak the tight end and then hit the wide receiver over the top of cover 4?
No. I streaked the tight end and I put the slot receiver on a drag, and the drag is like my fail safe. So if they send a blitz and they get in really fast, I throw it to the drag. He's usually open. But against cover 3, it destroys cover 3. The B receiver all the way to the right, he will get open, wide open, like no one's around him at all.
Okay. Is a PA wide receiver in?
Is that what it's called?
I think it might be PA wide receiver in if you're saying that guy on the right runs an in route.
The guy on the left runs the in route, and the guy on the right, he runs like he comes
It's
at
a
like a slant and then
slant
goes
streak
up.
post.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that might be it. Yeah, that destroys a lot of coverage for sure.
So that's been like my call it once or twice a game when I want to either extend the lead a lot, or the game's getting started and I want to see if I can get an early rage quit.
And for those listening, if you haven't seen that play, you want to put a fast guy on that one that does a slant streak post type route. So
Michael Irvin is great for it.
Yeah, Jacoby Ford is a cheap alternative with 98 speed now, campus hero.
There you go.
Yeah. So, any other cool plays you got?
In the Panthers book, single back, I think I don't know which one it is. I don't know what the formation name is. You're on single back, you go left 1. So it's 5 out of 5 for the single. I got to get the names. It's like Panther, single back Panther bunch or something like that. There's a play action play in there that is great. I did a scheme, like an ebook, not really an ebook, like an offensive guide last year, and I mean, I'll give you the link to that, and you can throw that in the description. But it's pretty much identical. So I mean, you could call all the same plays that I called last year, and they pretty much do exactly the same thing. So
I like it. So you didn't. So I did a Tennessee Titans playbook breakdown on my channel. Did you look at that and then try that playbook and just not like it?
No. When did you do it?
About I think in the beginning part of January, right after I put up my dime flat defense with Embry. I put the Tennessee Titans up the next day, and it was probably a bad decision to do 2 back-to-back 30-minute videos on back-to-back days. But
yeah, I haven't seen that one, but I used to run the Tennessee offense because of there was one play out of the week close.
Okay,
I think, and it was a play action. You would send out 2 receivers, and it was an instant 25 yards against a solo. So, like, if it wasn't for that play, I would not have completed Journey 1 at all. Like, that play carried me the whole time.
I'll have to take a look at that. Yeah, the reason Tennessee was so good, or is so good, is because of the inside zone audible and almost every single shotgun set it has. Mm-hmm. And it just
definitely
you can always audible to that, and plus it's got the verticals and good play action plays. But yeah, I mean, if you want to take a look at that, that's that one in the description.
See, I wanted to get away from the Panthers playbook again, just to switch it up, try something new. So maybe I'll have to go check that out.
Yeah, does the Panthers playbook have a lot of inside zone in it?
Yes, it's wonderful. They have I think they have 13 shotgun formations, and a lot of them, the quarterback's in shotgun, and the halfback is like one step behind him, and so it's perfect for inside zone.
Okay.
Because a lot of shotgun formations, like, they stand directly next to each other,
yeah,
which is still good, but it's a little delay.
Yeah, I think Titans have one like that. It was the trips. I've switched the run and shoot just for the hell of it, and I can't remember the name of it. Trips tight end offset, I think it was, and it's got the same thing. That the inside zone's really solid out of it.
Okay.
But yeah, no, it's Tennessee Titans. Last year I ran the same playbook, and this year they changed it up on me, and I was so disappointed at the beginning of the year because last year the split close was in the Titans playbook, and that was my main formation last year. And now this year everybody's running the split close, and I'm like, well, now everybody knows how to defend it, which kind of it's really disappointing when people start learning how to defend your offense. Because last year everybody was running on the PA or no, PA end around, and so nobody was running my offense. But since they nerfed that, everybody moved over to mine, and now I just wasn't as effective. But anyways, moving on from that sob story, and woe is me. I see that you're also quite active on Muthead. Why did you decide to get into the Muthead movement?
Well, so I had Muthead when I first started playing Mutt, back in 25, just because you could see like the players and compare them and all that. So I was like, okay, that's cool. But I was never big into like the forum section, so I didn't post. I didn't talk to anybody. And then when I started doing YouTube, I was like, hey, easy way to advertise my channel. I'll just post a video on there. And then everybody tore me up so bad that I was like, you know what? I'm never doing this again. I'm just going to be a part of the community and, talk to people, get to know people. And so that's what it's been. I can post a video on there and nobody complains about it, which is nice. But like I maybe once a month, I'll actually post one of my videos up in the forum section. But it's nice because you have some decent just a few. There's a few decent people on Muthead who actually want to make the game better and want to not share their nano blitzes or sell their there's people want to sell their nano blitzes all the time on Muthead.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why would I pay you for it when I can go watch it on YouTube already? Like there's so many people that have put them up there. But so I don't know, I think Twitter, the Madden Twitter community has like sucked all the life out of me. And so I'm like, okay, the Muthead community is a little bit better than the Twitter community.
Why do you say that about the Twitter? Just the nastiness?
The scams and the constant kill yourselves and the
really
just not to me, but like if you go on like Guru's read stuff that he gets tagged in, it's always like your game sucks, then don't freaking play the game. If you don't like the game, why are you complaining about it? Just stop.
Yeah, so, or that no, do people still play this game type comments? Then why are you following the account if I agree with you on that. Twitter is very unregulated. I think you should come over to the Mutt subreddit where I spend the most of my time.
That's what I want to get into, but I think it's blocked on my computer at work.
Damn.
So I can't.
Reddit's blocked, but Muthead isn't?
Right. It's awesome. I can't do any social media sites.
Oh, that's too bad.
But they don't know Muthead yet. Yet.
Until you see a bunch of traffic going to it. Like, yeah. Who the heck is this CrayonsMelt? What is he melting?
Yeah.
Well, that's. I guess that makes a lot of sense. You'd have to go on Reddit on mobile if you wanted to join us. But I really enjoy the Mutt Reddit. I think it's gotten kind of meaner in the last year or so with many more people coming onto it. It's about twice the size it was in 15. But I still think it's probably the best place for Madden discussion on like a message board or forum.
See, I did post on there once, and then I saw a thing pop up that says you must wait 9 minutes to post again.
That's just because there's a lot of spam accounts. Once you get like enough credit or karma, then you'll be able to post however quickly you want to.
Okay.
So that's
how long does that kind of take?
It just takes a couple upvotes, not too much.
Okay.
But they just want to make sure because if it's a newly created account, hey, didn't you take the account that I?
Yeah, that's what I posted with.
And they said you got to wait 9 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, just give it just comment a couple times more. You'll get some karma and you'll be fine as long as you're a spammer.
I'll try not to be a spammer.
I think you'll be fine. Yeah, I think you'll be fine on Reddit. I think they'll embrace you with open arms. At least I know the mods and that dude Sly and WAP and all of them will.
Right.
But anyways,
cool.
Any other? So let's get back to a little bit of YouTube. Any other up and coming YouTubers or lesser known guys you want to shout out, or you think they should get a boost?
See, I'm a big fan of your channel, but I guess if they're watching this video, they already know your channel.
Yeah.
So I can't really give you a shout out, but
and by the way, you don't have to lie. I mean,
no.
I could take honest criticism. Like you could tell me, like, hey, GutFoxx,
your videos suck.
Yeah,
I hate watching them. I like them just so you like my videos, like for like, sub for sub.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
No, but see, you have the whole like testing the stats. That blew my mind. So I'm like, I don't care about awareness anymore. I care about play, rec, and zone. Yep. And you did some with, you didn't do blocking. I don't think you did
defensive line testing,
style testing. I love styles. They're
Quarterback
the best.
quarterback release times.
That was a big one. I remember that.
The pack odds one. I think I'm trying to. I think my next one's going to be on these traits. I want to see whether the finesse move and power move and the traits, whether they play into the game at all, and how much of an effect they may have on.
That'll
players.
be an interesting one.
Yeah.
I'll have to see what Zadarius Smith is because he gets so many block sheds and.
Well, yeah, just his. I mean, he's unseating. Yeah, he's. Did you? So on the Mutt subreddit, somebody did an analysis of the. They took the guys from Mutt and their stats and put them into actual like Madden and calculated it out. And Zadarius Smith and like one other lineman that wasn't a big a deal was rated just as like a 95 would be rated in the regular game, versus
which is insane.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what happened with EA with his stats, but it's crazy. He was only an 87 Schefter star.
It's crazy. And I paid like $60K just to get another one. So gotta have another.
Yeah. They should open.
I don't know if this has been out for a while, but I just found it was when the patch was released. Like I was trying to find info on that, but I found a thing that actually breaks down how they come up with the overall. I don't know if this is for Mutt or this is just Madden.
It's 5. Like, is it 538?
538. What's that?
Is that the name of the site that put it out?
Polygon.
Yeah, Polygon took their stuff from 538. Yeah, the 538 guys, Nate Silver, they went and did a interview with EA down in Florida, and they talked through and they gave them the spreadsheet and how Madden ratings are made.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and that's how the guy came up with his Zadarius Smith being so overpowered rating.
Okay.
He just plugged those stats in and saw what he would be regularly. Yeah. And Mutt and regular rosters aren't rated the same too. Mutt's a little different.
Okay.
The overalls are artificially lowered a little bit in Mutt.
Just so you can have higher stats.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's cool. You learn something new every day.
Yeah. It's a wonderful part of life. So any other YouTubers? Besides SilentGaming?
Yeah, SilentGaming is cool. If you want a family-friendly guy, go to SilentGaming.
He's like Maverick. He doesn't swear.
Right.
Unless, of course, he gets aggressive caught on. Because we all swear when we get aggressive caught on.
Yeah. Sometimes. So, I think somebody who I've been cool with for the past couple of weeks, who I've really enjoyed watching, is Wheels Gaming. He has a lot of good content, a lot of gameplay and stuff, but he's recently started streaming. And he already, it was, 2 weeks of streaming at the most, and he already is, Twitch partnered and stuff.
Really?
So, yeah, it was crazy. I was in a stream, and somebody donated him 99 Tim Tebow the first day he was out. And I was like, I've been doing YouTube for 2 years, and nobody has given me 1 million coins worth of donations. So I'm like, dang, that must be nice. So he played with him for a while, and then somebody let him borrow Boss Calvin Johnson and stuff. So very entertaining to watch. So yeah, that's my YouTube small channel recommendation.
That's very cool. I will. I just pulled up his YouTube channel. I will link it in the description too.
All right.
Any other shout outs you want to give as we're wrapping this up?
I want to give a shout out to my mom. She's been doing the thing that mothers do for a while. And I think that's it.
Okay, well, we lost you on that last part. Can you say it again?
She's just been doing the thing that mothers do for the past
the whole
23 years.
Wait, the whole thing. We missed all of it. We lost you for 20 seconds.
Okay. So the last shout out is to my mom.
Oh.
She's been doing the mother thing for the past 20-something years.
Oh, that's very nice.
Yeah.
And that's your wife?
Well. I'll think about it. Maybe next time.
Okay. That sounds great. Thanks for hanging out.
Yeah, man, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was.
We'll have to get you on my channel sometime soon.
Yeah, for sure. We'll think of something. We'll collaborate.
Yeah. Maybe I'll have you draft my team. Maybe.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Yeah. All right,
Take it
man.
easy.
Have a good one.
Yeah, you too. See you, Crayons.
Peace out.